Here's what I would do if I had a furnished rental and I was in a city or a part of the city where the code allowed for short-term rentals, but I'm not crazy about short-term rentals. And the reason why you might not be crazy about short-term rentals is that the renters, especially off Airbnb, can be really demanding. It's a ton of work. It requires a lot of payment for cleaning, etc. So you may feel like you're not really sure that you want to do short-term rentals, or you could do short-term rentals for a short amount of time, but you're not wanting to be a full-time landlord to short-term rentals, likely because you have your own job. So the way that I see people do this wrong is that they say, okay, we'll take a month rental if someone shows up for a month. That would be perfect. Yay. Or I'll take someone for like 4 days here and there just to fill in the gaps, right? So a lot of people have this strategy, but I think it's the wrong strategy. And the reason why I think it's the wrong strategy is because you start to get in your head and you're like, I'm not getting any renters. And so you take a 4-day rental like 2 months in advance. And then in the meantime, someone comes in and they want to rent for 6 months, but they can't because you have a commitment to a renter for 4 days, 2 months in advance. So that's a bad strategy. By the way, if you are new to furnished rentals, this is what I do. People hire me to coach them on how to get their rental property listed on a site, how to find quality renters, how to vet those renters, etc. So if you're interested in those services, I'm going to link to them in the top comment of this video. What you should do instead, if you think you can tolerate a small amount of short-term rentals, but for the majority of the time you'd like the easier midterm rentals, so those monthly rentals, is you should set it in seasons. It should be a hybrid thing. What you do to make that work is you set yourself up for a short-term rental in the summer because you live in a city that allows for that. So let's say for a stretch of like May through August, you're going to do short-term rentals, and then boom, when September hits, you move into a midterm rental, meaning you rent a furnished property, but only for a month or more. And you do that all the way through the winter, all the way through your shoulder seasons, which is going to be the fall and the spring, all the way through the winter. And then you move back into a short-term rental during the summer. And the benefit to this is that you make the most money during the summer. That's when short-term rentals are going to be worth the most to you. So you're maximizing the property during the summer season, and the rest of the year, you're kind of sitting back and taking it easy. So as a reminder, vacancy is always the thing that costs you the most in any rental property space. So if you need help, reach out. Thanks.